our friend Seth just took off. I thought he was gonna ride around the property. But anyway, in today's video, we're gonna go buy a Goldwing, figure out why it's broken, try to fix it, fail, and then Seth's gonna ride a Goldwing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We are gonna do that, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
I dropped the bike. Oh, wow. It's still there. Wow. Don't crash into one of the cars, please.
Penis pump. Clip review. Let's now help Chris clean.
I'm live. Welcome back. It is noon on a Tuesday, and we found a Goldwing.
Yes, sir.
We found a Goldwing in the next town up. Actually, it's the exact same spot that we found the truck in. We're gonna take our motorcycle trailer in the XJ, just in case, so that way we can bring it back when Chris falls over and crashes. I dropped the bike. So yeah, we gotta load up the trailer.
Yes, sir.
And get it. Easy enough. Okay, let's do that. Pick it up to the balance point and then you can pull it. Yes, it was in a rut.
You're pushing it down somehow.
Oh no, I'm pulling it. Big strong man, Chris. We're actually thinking about just walking like horse and buggy style. Chris can be our horse. No, yeah, it looks like it too. And what do you see?
I see nothing.
Shit, dude. God damn it, dude. If it ain't one thing. Okay, we're in the AutoZone parking lot now. We had to get trailer lights because the lights don't work. It's been literally an hour and a half and we've made it a mile. So now it's time to go get a Goldwing. Let's go. I'm walking down the street. This is kind of a rough transition, but I'm walking down the street and I dropped the bike. So I gotta go back to the Jeep. It runs on 2 cylinders. So it runs on 2 cylinders only, but we're gonna buy it. So I gotta go back and get the Jeep and the trailer, so. Well, bam, we're here. Here's our Goldwing, side of the street. Like I said in the last clip, I wrecked the bike.
Oh, they already know.
I don't know how I'm gonna use it, but the Jeep, the trailer made it. Here's the bike. So the bike has a couple problems, and I realized that when it was time to make a U-turn, and I didn't have a rear brake. And anyway, the bike's on its side, but it runs. So I guess we're gonna load it in the trailer. We were gonna try to have Chris ride it, but it's straight up. It doesn't have a rear brake, and it doesn't run. It has a car battery in it that's completely dead. So I think if we were like a little bit down the street from the shop, maybe we'd ride it. But
And if we made a little bit more money, I would do it.
yeah. So I guess we're gonna get it loaded into the trailer and then bam, we'll go from there. I just realized that the mic wasn't working, so if we sounded like garbage, sucks. There's a mirror here? We're gonna close that so I don't have to look at myself anymore. No need for all that.
And then close the door because it moved a decent amount forward.
All right. You guys heard it here first. Chris wants me to lock him in here. He's been a bad, bad boy.
Beautiful.
All right, so a Goldwing
I think that's good.
barely fits. Let me show you where we are, right? So we are in Englewood, Colorado. It's right next to Denver. It's basically Denver. If you're not from here, it's Denver. There's a hill over there. And at the bottom of that hill is where we actually bought the K-Truck. The motor for the K-Truck, it's 1 block away from where we bought the K-Truck. So that's really interesting. So if you missed the last video, the end of the last video, we're putting a Goldwing motor in our K-Truck. It's a flat 4, kind of like an old Porsche motor. So it's got about twice the power, twice the torque as what the K-Truck has now. and an extra cylinder. And we are going to hopefully keep it 4-wheel drive. That might not happen. We'll see. We're going to try. And yeah, this is the motor. Very good. We spent a whopping $350 on this and $1,000 on the K-Truck. So,
And that's all we have into it.
that's it. That's all we have into it for now. But we're planning on painting it too.
Yes.
It's going to be a kind of nice one.
Goldwing is locked down. Toolbox is shut. Lock is locked on the trailer. Yep.
So the Goldwing's definitely not going to fall out of the trailer.
No. It won't fall out. It might tip over, and then we'll feel like a slight shift.
Okay, this dealership on the left here, this is where we got the motorcycle from just now. And then down here on the right, just a couple cars down, right where that Prius is.
I don't think I can see the Prius.
I don't think you can
Maybe
tell.
in
There's a Prius down here, I promise. There's a Prius down there. And that's where the K-Truck was.
So we bought it from a dealership.
Okay.
Doesn't have a kickstand, so it's on the block of wood. So we moved the block of wood. Ryan goes on his test drive. Ryan calls me and says, runs great. We're buying it. I'm like, great. I'm going to go start paperwork. He said I had to set it down on its side because the kickstand, because it died. It's been sitting for a while. Kickstand's not there, so he set it down on its side. So I go start paperwork. He finally shows back up after a little bit. And finish paperwork, walk out, and he tells me I didn't want to say it in case they overheard, but I crashed the bike. So now we have a Goldwing.
Yeah, one that we're going to sell parts off of, but Ryan managed to crash first.
It's just the mirror that I think pops back on. I didn't even bother looking.
All right, we made it back. Yay, wow. Let me show you, just so you believe me. Wow, the Jeep and the trailer are here. Wow. Now Chris is going to open the lock. Oh, wow. It's still there. Wow.
That's great. Did not expect that. And we got the bike in the garage. We got a little distracted, forgot to turn on the camera. Know our job. So we got it running. It backfired like crazy. Thought it was a gunshot. It wasn't. Check. Some would say it's a shame that we're doing this. I don't.
She got all kinds of goodies on her. We got air suspension, CB radio, cassette radio, digital dash, CB radio controls, a grip heater, a back seat, some big ass bags. She got the whole kit and caboodle. Welcome back. It's a couple days later. We have my friend Chris. And what are we working on today, Chris?
I'm getting distracted, but we are going to make the Honda run better than it is. Right now, we think it might be running on 2 out of 4 cylinders. That's not good. That's not good.
All right, let's get into it.
Definitely smoky.
You know, this is running better than it was last time. I'm using the good old hand test. Try not to burn myself. The rear one is not running here. And the front one is. So we have like diagonal cylinders running. So we have the front one here and the rear one there. So, all right, there's no reading on the temp gauge, so we need to make sure it has coolant. Okay, first start. It's smoky in here. Good. Let's talk about why did we get a carbureted bike. Obviously, this has 4 carburetors, 1 for each cylinder. Why would you do that? 2 reasons. 1, it's simple, and I know how to work on carburetors. And 2, it's less wiring. Hope that helps. That's pretty much it. Oh, okay, but like actually, we didn't choose it because it's carbureted. We chose it because it has 4 cylinders. Our goal with this drivetrain is to keep it four-wheel drive. So we're thinking of using a divorced transfer case to keep it four-wheel drive. But to be honest with you, we have no idea how any of that's going to end up working. And we're hoping we can keep it four-wheel drive. So yeah. So let's see. What should we do first? I guess let's make sure it has coolant. So the bike has coolant.
See that?
That's
good.
Yeah, that is good.
Sensor doesn't work. But you're right. That's going to be an issue. Trying to rerun this to make it work with the K-Truck and then figure out the carburetor because, as you may or may not know, the airbox plays a very big part in a carbureted motor because the carburetor uses the levels of air intake and fuel intake to run correctly. And we would need to do a completely custom airbox. So then the carburetor with stock jetting might not work?
Yeah, probably not. So what Chris is talking about here, if you look, the bottom of the motor is here. And the top of the airbox is right here. So that's actually pretty tall. That's probably about the same height as the old motor, except the old motor is in there sideways. So we're thinking custom airbox so that it fits, because this is not going to work. We're going to go ride it again. So we're going to get this thing fired up. Chris wants to take it for a quick spin. Let's see if she still fires up. Yeah, there you go. You're good. Almost there. One more big one. There we go. Don't crash into a car.
Huh?
Don't crash into one of the cars, please.
Yes, sir.
Take it easy at first.
We're just going around the barn. I'll be right back. God damn, this shit's heavy. Holy mackerel.
Look at those fog lights working. How is it?
Not bad.
There we go. But it definitely 100% has no power. So I guess it comes down to the same old stuff as always. Spark plugs, fuel. That's what's happening. What's happening is we have diagonal cylinders running, so it's running smooth enough that it feels right, and then it has no power. So I'm wondering if those other two are, I bet because the plugs aren't warm or wet, I bet it's a fuel problem. I mean, you know, I have these spark plugs. We can real quick throw a spark plug in one of those things and make sure it has a strong spark. Because I'm a hoarder, I have these spark plugs. And it doesn't really matter. All spark plugs are the same for this. But what we're gonna do is just double check that these cylinders are getting spark.
Yeah.
So we have learned two things with that test. Thing one, we got good spark on that cylinder. I'm gonna assume the other one has good spark as well. Thing two is it runs exactly the same without that cylinder plugged in. So that cylinder's dead. And we're gonna assume the other one's dead also. So it's a fuel problem. We could swap the plug and see if anything happens, you know?
Well, can we also take that plug out, see if it arcs as well as that one?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We can, let's do that. Yeah, nothing's changed there. Okay, let's. Yeah, that's a good spark. And it sure sounds like there's compression in there.
So you think the next likely suspect is not having enough?
I actually don't think this is getting any fuel because that plug's not wet.
I guess it's time to figure out how all the trim comes off, and we'll give you an update once we have access to the carbs.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Come forward there, buddy.
So the CB radio is actually working. I don't have a way to transmit. There's a thing. I mean, there is a, but there's no microphone.
I want a Honda Goldwing. This thing's kind of fucking badass.
Okay, we are draining the floats to see what's going on. You can see, yeah, right there. So there's gas there. There we go. We found out on the other side, one of them, nothing drained out of. That's another one. So 2 of these carbs just straight up aren't getting fuel at all. That's at least one carburetor not getting fuel like at all. So we're probably gonna take the carbs apart now, but we don't know how to do that. So we're gonna do some research real quick. Then I guess we're gonna get those carbs out of there and we're gonna see what's going on. We'll probably take them apart and clean them. We got it from a dealership. They took it on trade and allegedly the dealership rebuilt the carbs, and I doubt they really know how to do that well. And they probably used the cheapest carb rebuild kit they could. So I'm imagining there's some work that needs to be redone. So I guess we'll get some research done and then revisit it. Well, bam. It's a couple days later, and we haven't made any progress. But now we have Seth. So now we can get Seth's opinion. What do you think on our purchase?
Yeah, it's actually really cool. She's not nice enough for us to save her. So she's kind of a piece of junk. We got cool features and stuff. Hi, everybody.
Mr. Chris is over here cleaning, and then when he's done doing that, I think it's gonna be time to rip them out, and then we'll do Ryan's carb cleaning segment.
You got the jets and the floats and the goats and the oats. You got all of it. So the theory I heard on this is it's only running on 2 cylinders?
Yep.
Which 2?
I don't remember because it's been a couple days, but it was the front on one and the rear on the other. Diagonals.
Ah. Because this is like a Subaru bike because it's a Boxster.
I am taking out the battery because last week it held a little bit of charge, so it might be savable. I might be able to fix her. I'm gonna go plug her in. Now we see if it holds a charge. Right now our current issue is the linkage is in the center of the bike in between the gas tank, carburetor. It's all in there, and my fingers are plus size, so I cannot make that happen. I'm gonna try. We're gonna see. And then the carburetor should just slide out this way or the other, which I couldn't find where the choke was really. Now this is our, oh, it's almost the hang up, so I think it's worth tackling now.
Falling all over the place. There we go. All right. Now we have this random display of garbage. Great. Let's go use our welding table to take this apart.
My friends took the carburetor doors out. Now we got to go into them, and we got 4 of them right here.
Tie.
You know what? These float bowls look literally identical. It's the exact same float bowl.
Wow.
It's just the drain is clocked a different way, which means I'm probably going to open these up and they're going to look the same. Okay, Mr. Chris, which one is which? Show me which ones were running and which ones weren't. Peak Havoc's experience rebuilding carburetors is a bunch of Honda Shadows. If you remember, if you watched our, some of our previous videos, we get sidetracked with motorcycles a lot. So we thought, well, let's just make a motorcycle project. The pilot jet is not installed in the carburetor. It's straight up just not installed. So this is our pilot jet, the small one. This is our main jet, which is also loose. So this is our main jet. This is our emulsion tube. So the jet was loose in the emulsion tube. The emulsion tube was loose in the body of the carb. And the pilot jet. This is the one that controls idle. This would be why it sucked at idle so much. Let's see if I can get this to work. We got vacuum. When this is pushed down, it's letting fuel in because the float level is too low because these carbs are upside down right now. This is float up, and then the opposite of that is float down. So when the float is up, it releases, lets the thing move up. That looks like it's working good. It actually looks like they're all working good because we can hold vacuum all the way across the board, which is good. Okay, what do we have before door number 2?
Old jets.
Oh, we have damaged float, I think. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it won't go down far enough.
Huh.
It won't rest down far enough. All right. Now we figured out the other problem.
Man, I like these simple things to work on.
So basically, if the last guy would have done his job right, this bike probably would have sold faster.
Pretty fast, yeah.
It probably would have sold faster, and it would run better.
Oh, wow.
That one straight up didn't get rebuilt.
That one didn't get rebuilt.
And mind you, it still works.
It still works. So we've got these two, which look fresh. This one, which may be fresh, but was sitting in gas, but also kind of doesn't look brand new. And then this one, yeah, that's not new.
I don't even know if you can see that, but the metal tab
Just wires
on
going off.
this one, the metal tab is leaning that way ever so slightly. So this was, I think, a case of either 1, it got damaged, or 2, what happens a lot is people try to set the float height manually to try and adjust how rich or lean the bike is running. And on these carburetors, you're not supposed to adjust the float height. They're supposed to stay at a static height. On some carburetors, you adjust the float, not this one.
Chris is playing Clash of Clans and filming.
I see it. He has no idea if anyone's in frame. He's got no idea what's going on. He's playing Clash of Clans.
All right, Chris, are you ready to go reinstall our present? Is that a yes? Did he shake the camera yes?
My friends Seth and Chris are going to put it back in the bike for us. Why? Why do you got to ruin every shot? Oh, my God. Look at him. Look how uninterested he is.
Give me the camera. I want them to see. Now, but imagine the phone right here playing games. I'm ready to ride. Halfway sit in there and then connect all the things we need to connect, but you got to hold those out of the way.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's one of those if you skip it. If you skip the mission, I have no idea what happened.
Carburetor is back in. Battery's been charging for 2 hours now. We're gonna see if it just fires right off of this.
And she goes on one last glorious ride till she becomes a truck.
All right, fuel is getting turned on. So we need to just crank it and crank it to fill the bowls of the carburetors, and then it will eventually fire. Not enough juice. So.
She's smoky. Is that good?
These two are hot, one of those that aren't hot.
It's running on 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a compression test, which is pretty simple to understand. Basically, we're gonna pull the spark plug, so pull these off. These are not the spark plugs. But we're going to pull the spark plugs, put the compression tester in there, and then we're going to crank it over and see if it holds compression or if it doesn't. All right, number 2.
There's nothing.
I would guess a stuck valve, right?
There's a little bit.
We were checking compression on the Honda Shadow because another Honda. We're testing a little gauge to make sure it's reading accurately because we do not believe the PSI reading of 70 to 50 to 25.
Oh,
The carburetor is...
we have to hold it at full throttle.
Oh,
That's terrible. Okay, oh yeah, she's getting up there.
I think with a good oil change, that'll come up.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Check the
Other
two.
side, yeah.
Now, I don't know if an oil change is going to solve our
Blue smoke?
blue smoke problem. We went to our friend's house, O'Reilly, and we got some really good oil, and we got some really good spark plugs. Do you think this is going to help our problem?
Yeah, I'm also going to fix the leak that Chris created.
Oh, you're going to tackle that one? Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I can find the 10 millimeter, it'll be handled.
We're going to have Chris change the oil, I think.
Some people never
nobody talk to
change.
Seth. He's in a bad mood. So now we're changing the oil because the oil is filled with gasoline. Gonna see if that helps with our burning oil problem. And we're gonna go from there.
Are you just going to dump it all over the floor, or you need to get
Yes.
a pan, or what's the deal?
I don't think a pan will work.
No?
That's crazy. There we go. Bet you not.
I can't see any of this.
That's okay. I don't know why they need to see an oil change.
I love Chris's idea of the videos. They don't need to see everything.
They saw your oil change, and they saw it not go well.
Like this one?
Exactly like this one.
Is this?
Oh, God, it didn't go well. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, currently my hand is blocking it from...
Oh, Jesus.
everywhere.
Here.
I'm not in a position to open them. Thank you, Ryan, though.
Just everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. I'm just gonna dump it on your hand. Just fuck you. Chris's advice for oil changes is make sure it's not your shop. The editor's gonna have a field day with this one.
Super interesting. There's no other way to do it other than make a mess.
It's a question. Are you in a better mood now?
Yeah! Can I help you? Don't talk to Chris right now. He's in a bad mood.
All right, Chris.
Clip review. Let's not help Chris clean. Chris, you have to do the oil change. Oh my God. You made a fucking mess. You can't do a goddamn thing right.
Well, is it like close to 5 o'clock? Is it quitting time for Chris?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Is
shit.
it almost time
How
to
did
go?
I fucking know? 4:44.
Is it almost time? Is it almost time? Is it almost time? I want to leave. Oh, it went like shit. Done. They saw it.
You gotta say what happened.
Can I go over there, please? Thank you.
Dude, look how nice he is.
He's a good boy.
Back in the day, Chris.
Not a good boy. No! Chris is in a bad mood.
Well, just in case this goes wrong, we want to capture the whole thing.
Why would this go wrong? It's all gone great.
Chris, all the oil's on the floor.
Oh my God! Whoa! You guys got me. That was so good.
All right, so we just did the oil change on the bike. It went phenomenal. Insert clip here. We changed the
They
spark
just saw it.
plugs.
They just saw it.
Exactly. Well, I just wanted them to see the clip again. But change the spark plugs, and now we're gonna run it with the new oil and the new spark plugs and see if it kind of clears up. The compression tests that we did kind of told us some stuff. It wasn't the best news, but it wasn't the worst news. So.
Good.
Oh wow, it comes way up to stick.
Way overfilled.
It's way overfilled.
Update.
They just watched everything. So it's overfilled a little bit, so we gotta fix that. Penis pump. That's how we're gonna do it. So we discovered that it was overfilled because we didn't change the filter. So we dumped the filter after running it for a couple seconds. And it looks like it might just be at the right level now. So now Ryan is an addict and he has spare parts lying around for bikes he's never owned. So we're gonna throw it in. So we have dumped the entire oil filter housing of oil twice because you saw how well the drain plug works with the center stand. So we're not doing that again. But that worked well. And now we are sitting at right where we need to be for oil. So now she's not overfilled a lot. So that could be the oil burning, or it could be a much bigger problem. And we bought a lemon.
Yep. So now that we dropped the filter twice and replaced the filter, we got most of the bad oil out of the filter. So it should be mostly new stuff in there because the second dump was a lot cleaner than the first. So we're hoping that if we run this for a little bit of time, maybe it self-heals. I don't know. Time to find that out though. Yep. So.
Okay. I guess we're gonna sit here and let it run for a little while. Maybe give her some revs, see if maybe that smoke clears up. It's really hard to say. Oh, it's smoking again. That doesn't sound good.
You got problems over there?
Well, it just doesn't sound good. Ooh, that's a lot of smoke. Well, bam, it's another glorious day. It's like the 8th day in this video. It's the morning. Chris is over there putting together a parts list. The Goldwing is here. Let's start it up. All right. While our Goldwing is warming up slightly, you might have saw some smoke. Let's talk about what we've discovered, right? The Goldwing was smoking a lot. It still is. So let's talk about what that is. As our Goldwing warms up, it's gonna start smoking some more. So let's talk about that. Basically, obviously, it's blue smoke, which means there's oil getting into the cylinder and then burning. And that's either through piston rings or the top end. And we have determined that it is the top end on the driver's side bank here, or the left side bank. And what's happening is the valve stem seals are completely shot on it, probably from it sitting on its kickstand for so long and oil maybe soaking them or something. You know, I don't really know. But I guess it's a common problem with these. Oil is leaking through those valve stem seals into the cylinder, and it's causing these cylinders to have a hard time getting up to temp, which is why in the beginning it doesn't smoke. It doesn't smoke because that oil is not really burning, it's just going into the exhaust. But as that cylinder slowly gets up to temp, it can actually start firing a little bit better, and then it'll start smoking the warmer it gets. And the warmer it gets, the thinner the oil gets and the better it flows. So basically, long story short, we gotta take that head off and we gotta fix the valve stem seals, and we'll probably do a valve job as well. So you can see now she's starting to smoke. So basically, we'll shut her down. We'll get in there with the camera, with the borescope, and we'll actually be able to show you guys it leaking from the head and the oil flooding the cylinder. So we'll get into that. It's time. We're gonna pull the plugs and put our diddlescope into the plug. Chris has our holes open. Yay! Just like with the K-Truck. This is our top view. Wow. It's a piston. No way. Nah, just go for a little bit. You can shut it off.
There we go. You can see a little bit of oil leaking there. It gets bad when it gets warm. I mean, yesterday we had we just had puddles. It doesn't look like a whole lot. I mean, we had a lot more yesterday. Say it again.
I guess we put it back together and make Seth ride it. I think.
Yay.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go actually ride the Goldwing and probably break it and then make it so that we have to go buy another one. All right, our friend Seth rode away, and then now he's coming back, and doesn't look like he dropped it. So let's see what he thinks. Bye. What do you think?
It runs good, but it'll do better.
Did you give it any power?
Ah, a little bit. Not really too much, no.
When you rode down the driveway, we were like, oh.
Well,
We were like, oh.
after the incident with your U-turn, I figured I'd take it down and just do it at the road. So.
I thought you were gonna go into the front yard and like do figure eights. That's what Chris and I were doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's roadworthy.
She's roadworthy.
She's just missing like most of this section.
Yeah.
So, but well, thanks for staying for the video. If you liked it, I don't really care. If you didn't, that's also fine with me. But either way, subscribe because we're gonna be putting this in there eventually. We'll get around to it. So, but yeah, subscribe. Chris won't know, and he probably doesn't care either.
I care. We're gonna look into the parts, and then our next video on this series is either gonna be working on our truck because we plan on painting it, or we will be fixing this motor and potentially getting it running in the Goldwing again, and then swapping it over after that. So yeah, adios.
Bye.
Mr. Chris!
What? Turn that camera off.
It's a 7 or a 6. Do I even possess that? Got a 7 and a 6.
If my editor leaves that in the video, I'm gonna be mad. It's hard. Holy shit, this thing's heavy. All right, let's down this.
No, I got my chuckles out as soon as your fat ass hit the ground.
Oh, I did on the way out.
Do you remember
Beefing with my chick when I'm in
where it was setting?
jail.
Like, probably.
I can hear. You know, motherfucker, if you're gonna bitch about me, why don't you come bitch over here? You motherfucker, you fucking cunt.
I was opening a bottle and I shoved a screwdriver through my hand. That's cool, stupid. I love the B-roll.
Fucking Billy fat ass fall over.
This is my ball test. Sorry. Now that Ryan has proved Chris wrong for the 100th time.